gotta say something. So, I've been living at my grandparents' house for almost about a year, and soon enough, either tomorrow or really today after tomorrow, I'm moving back to my mom's house and gonna be living there until I guess until I turn 18. So, and videos may be limited, but yeah, I don't even know why I'm doing this. I don't know why I'm saying this. It's not like it's important anyway, but I kind of don't understand how I still do this after what? After like doing this since March. Haven't really blown up since then. Again, cool. It's cool. I don't get that many people anyway. But I also do want to apologize for not doing part two. Part two, well, I kind of threw that out the window because um, embarrassment reasons. But I do have. Okay, so I also didn't record any videos for a while because my mic was broken. So I didn't want to do anything like that. You guys probably would have said, hey, new mic is better than having a mic. Yeah, I can't blame you. I think the problem is I'm always having my mic at sensitive volume, so it's like kind of horrible. But yeah, I have it on the lowest volume possible, so I can only hope this does better. So part two, but this is basically part two, but we are on Ace difficulty. If you can see in the bottom left, it says Ace. Now this difficulty, I think. Well, let me check. Just for quick measure. The hardest difficulty level, yeah. Imagine there's actually a harder one. That would be sick. But yeah, I haven't played like I've been stuck on Fortnite a little bit more, but I'm still switching between content. It's just I want to get I want to let y'all have some Ace Combat um content and some shit like that. But yeah, we are going to go off what we were last time.
As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage his communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osea's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osea and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osean convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant, Masa, it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Alright, so as I was going to say in the part 2, which I was going to release but didn't, there was a reason why
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Usia has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned, and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army.
With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatched from the Osean army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Erusia will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Erusia's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.
Not that great. So, I completely forgot what I was gonna say before the fucking briefing came. So, what made me think? Okay, so when they docked each other, when both sides knocked each other's satellites out, this is exactly the kind of problem they had back in, I think it was Ace Combat 5, right? It's where, you know, instead of a giant asteroid like debris and rubble from when the asteroid hit, but yeah, this is satellite debris. This is where things tie around each other. This is like it's so weird how missions from old games can be relevant to this one. Like for example, the radar, you know, the rescue missions where you have to save President Harleen, but really, I'm not even gonna spoil that part. But you have to rescue a former president, and you have to go for a radar field. It's identical to the one that if anyone has played Skies the Description, you really would know That and if okay, and also there's another mission which is you have to take down satellite radars. But you have to fly above a certain altitude limit. But the problem is, if you fly above that limit, you get targeted by a very strong and high accurate missile. But you have to destroy the radars to decrease its accuracy. That's almost the exact same mission you get back in Ace Combat Joint Assault, to where you have to take down radar, like radar relays. But instead of a high powered missile, it's a railgun from Monty. You can see in this game where the pass turns, like how the pass is twisted into his missions. You really can tell. It's interesting, but it's actually very fun. You know. So we're gonna just do this. Also, I meant to say, there hello viewer. I saw you up here. You probably left already. Yeah, you left. Okay, it's fine. I'm okay. I'm starting to think that person who just comes and leaves is just some random some one of the YouTube workers, I guess. I don't know. Something like that. But yeah, what should we play with today? I don't know, I'm just fucking around to see what we can use. Because we need mostly air to ground, but after, I think it's, after, what is it called? Okay, so, I should explain, okay, so, one, first part of the mission where you have to escort the person, it's mostly air to ground. But then afterwards, you have to fight air to air in order to save the, like a giant aircraft. I won't spoil it for those who haven't played the game, but I need something that has good air to air. I can work with air to ground normal missiles. Or SOD pods actually might work actually. 28. Actually, hold on. Where is my F-22? Oh, sorry, YF-23. High velocity. Can I not have its... I'm gonna grab the YF-23's unguided bomb. Because I need to. Alright. I'm gonna use the bomb, but I'm also gonna have... Like, it's pretty good for air to air, actually. Way better for it, where it's like... I can't explain it. I'm so retarded. Or I could use the advanced small diameter bomb. I mean, both of those might work. Or for air to ground, or sorry, 8 to ground missiles. I hate it how F-35, F-35. I hate it how it's, a multi-role. It really, to be honest, in my opinion, it really shouldn't be. If it was made for stealth, why have a stealth attacker then? Like let's say an A-10A, but yet more advanced. It's basically what you're fucking calling an F-35, if I may say so myself. But to be honest, I have no right to speak, because I use even the dumbest aircraft. Like a plane that was made in the 1970s, which you can't really blame me for living. Alright, let's just get into the mission. Where is it? Oh. Well, what did I do? Oh. I forgot I've really made this fucking aircraft's chip pretty far. Load limit should be fine. I'll give it like, I'll be that. flight distance. Shit. I'm also gonna give it like, okay, so I'm gonna give it, instead of flight distance, we're gonna give it, no, not that. No, where is it? Lock, I'm looking for lock on range. Do we not have lock on range? No, we do not. Which, okay, not good then. Flight distance and home capabilities. Alright, that should do it.
Strider Squadron, you're cleared to taxi.
I know, my throat's been like scratchy lately, so excuse me if I like sound a little bit too much. Kind of wished there was an easier way to record without having myself to be annoying as fuck, but that's fine.
To the unidentified Osean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Osean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendlies? Over.
This is Longcaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Osean Long Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right. Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
War is something I'll never get used to, but tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
So you were the ones on the radio. We don't know our location. Give us orders.
We have no orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Roger that. We'll look for our way home.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich.
Your delusions of fighting with drones is what got us into this mess.
Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you.
Understood.
Take out those allied planes behind us.
Strata 1, target acquired. Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route. Strider 1, bombs away. It's Erusian.
They aren't responding aggressively.
General, if they're conservatives, they'll listen to us. The negotiations were a success, Longcaster. They've opened up a path for us.
The more the merrier.
Bombs away, bitch. Damn. I should get.
Locked on.
We can't see the tops of the roofs from down here. Be on the lookout for enemy ambushes.
Confirming Strider 1 destroyed target.
We made it through the Anchorhead Bay area. We're heading along Highway 208 under the bridge. We're taking the coastal highway at the next ramp.
All right.
You guys are open to draw.
Longcaster, we're taking fire from the vehicles ahead.
Attention, Osean forces. Your target is carrying a peace envoy.
Hold your fire! I repeat, hold your fire!
Bandit has a lock.
My engine's been hit. Where did that come from? I'm surrounded by nothing but friendly.
Oh shit.
Triggers down!
This is why I can never fly that low. I completely suck. I could fly along the highway and then scan everyone, but I'm not that Good at flying.
There's a strict curfew, but people gather at bars and other places to learn what's going on.
If we do not realize our ideals, then what point is there in living? It's best that you leave this country.
ID'd as a Rougean military.
Watch two!
Wait. The General managed to convince them.
Listen, those that protect General Labarth are the real patriots. Onward!
I'm ever wondering why I'm not listening to orders, not fucking following.
There's a vehicle up ahead. Think it's gonna ask us to pay a toll? Get closer and find out if it's an enemy vehicle.
We'll go. Let's go.
I know who the hell is. Oh,
We archived all the footage that we've shot for when the communication networks come back online.
and goodbye. Boom.
Strider 1, bandit splashed.
We need to remind everyone that there's no such thing as a clean war.
Oh, okay, stall it.
Bandit acquired. Firing.
Ah, shit.
Signs of the clean warfare at the beginning of this war are now gone.
There's a vehicle blocking the road. No response to hails. It's the radicals. It's no good. There's still a car on the road. Just to be safe, we'd better avoid the highway and head for the warehouse district. Lancaster, we're taking a detour. Don't lose us.
Strider 1, the General's route has changed. Keep your eyes on his vehicle. Don't let him out of your sight.
You know, bitch.
Here comes a traitor, Labarth.
Tail.
This is a wide net they've cast. They really don't want the war to end, do they?
Labarth's in that vehicle! They've been set up in all the right places.
Ah, bitch.
Target destroyed.
This is AWACS Argus. Those who can hear us are our allies. Your new orders are to dispose of Eduard Labarth. The Osean Army officer with him is an imposter.
Missile away.
Still in the fight. Shoot down any aircraft that approach us. What are you thinking?
In gun range.
Ah, what?
We're almost at landfill number 7. If we can make it through, we'll be in arm's reach of the rendezvous at Grunder Park.
Captain Carl, do you have the means to record this conversation? I wish to explain to you the situation inside Erusia.
I'm sure the boys listening upstairs will record it. The open declaration of war, expanding the front lines, was all the work of some young Erusian officers. They were referred to as the Radicals, but there was an unseen force guiding them. It was technology they borrowed from the Belkans. When they actually went to war, the performance of the attack drones exceeded their wildest dreams. And they were incredibly clean, which got public opinion and the opportunists within the military on their side. They even manipulated the princess.
What?
The Belkin technology advanced UAV research within the Erusian Flight Test Center by at least 10 years. They used the flight data from a former ace pilot to create drone AI, but to us it's no different than magic or alchemy. Airplanes are meant to be flown by human beings. To those of you listening in, am I wrong? We're heading towards Grunder Park. Rendezvous point is the helipad on this man-made island. We'll ditch the car and take the helicopter from there.
I hate when enemies pop up at random times like
Bandit has a lot. There are rumors of a military group calling itself the Free Erusians.
Strider 1, bombs away.
Thanks. We would have been toast.
Those 3 strikes. I heard scratches on the tail mean that it's part of the penal unit. All rebels must be taken down.
Captain Carl, we have a new rendezvous point. New coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 199er Delta Lima. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Well, yeah, don't they know nowhere is safe?
capital's fall has led to another power struggle within the Erusian military.
On a moment's notice.
It's all gone to hell. Even radio chatters about the Civil War. Radio? You have one in your cockpit? Yeah, ever since my previous squadron. I've got it taped, nice and secure.
We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
That was something.
What's wrong with drones? The bridge is being blocked off by a tank. This isn't good. To change with the times.
Osean forces at landfill number 7. This is AWACS Longcaster.
An armored vehicle's behind us. It's a vehicle used by the Erusian forces. Take it out!
Trigger, our VIP is in trouble. Clear the way for him.
The General is speaking with the commander.
Cease fire with the Osean aircraft. General's orders.
General, we still have drones at our disposal. It's too early for peace talks. Please, watch over the future we build from the high heavens. We've almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes.
Understood.
Ask yourselves, what is best for our country?
System failures caused friendly fire incidents among Osean forces. There are even rumors of penal units turning on their former allies.
Cease fire! Cease fire! We're on your side, you idiot!
Target acquired.
We're coming up on a tunnel. We'll need to split up until we reach the exit. There's more to Belkin technology than just UAVs. Faking IFF designations for one was an astonishing feat. They used it to make drones that resembled Osean fighters. And then to assassinate Harling and put the blame on enemy fighters.
It's Erusian! Shoot it down!
Trigger, that one's Osean. Do not attack before target identification is complete.
But in the end, Belkin technology only brought chaos to the world.
You heard the comm.
I can't believe Erusia is responsible for Harling's assassination.
You talking politics? That's new.
Strider 1, missile
Can't
away.
ignore a story like that, right, Trigger?
Target was not struck.
Chief, enemy on your tail.
Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that we should go say hi before they ruin the General's day.
The General's a real celebrity. Seems everyone wants to meet him.
We were nearly done for. I couldn't have asked for better timing.
Nice. Glad to see the Oseans attacking the radicals. Maybe we should join up with them, if it means getting rid of the
Regionalism is part of the infighting within these groups.
Our squadron serves General Labarth, and we're acting based on our patriotic duty.
Alright, I might just be cautious about the boats.
We've reached the industrial zone. This should be the new rendezvous point. The coordinates are up ahead. Take out any enemies in the surrounding area.
Wilco.
Officers from countries annexed by Erusia have taken multiple groups and declared independence.
Found you at last, Longcaster. We've been briefed, and we're here to help. Glad we waited. Don't worry, we won't let anybody through after you.
Almost at the rendezvous. Leave the rear to the others.
Fox 2! Understood.
The radicals truly believe boosting drone productions will make up for our losses. They should be taking responsibility for the capital's fall, but instead they're prolonging the war. That is why proper conservatives like myself are moving to regain control. If all goes well, we should be able to sign a truce with Osea quickly.
SAMSAT destroyed.
We've reached the rendezvous point, and there's the chopper too.
Who do we turn to in this darkest hour? We need a beacon of light to show us the way. This is the Erusian News Network.
Okay, let's go. We're getting out of here. I've had just about enough of this place.
offer my thanks to the LRSSG. This should finally bring about a true end to the war.
Understood. Good luck. Multiple unidentified aircraft approaching.
This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa, whoa. There's a girl on board?
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No. Unless she's a soldier.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
Dr. Schroeder, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the aircraft my grandfather told me about. The one with the scratches.
There it is, the EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
Wait! Unknown's attacking the girl's plane!
Alma, hold on tight.
Lancaster, permission to engage.
Negative.
What?
They could be Osean fighters. ID them ASAP.
Shit.
That's all we can do.
ID complete. They're Erusian fighters. What the hell is going on?
Stay sharp.
Uh-huh.
Right. I'm shooting him down. Any complaints?
Granted.
Wilco.
Wilco. Wilco.
This is Refill 1. How dare you interfere?
Watch it.
I'm here to deal with that traitor.
Yeah, good work. Strider 1 has killed a bandit.
Careful. Those guys are good. Wait. You don't think it's those Osean big shots, do you? I managed to catch a glimpse of the 3 strikes.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Don't miss.
Aim carefully.
9. No good.
Missile away. Missile hit.
I'm taking fire. Still flight capable.
Nice more.
We lost a friendly. Osean fighter, just how long do you plan on getting in my way? I'm cornered.
Bandit destroyed. Well done.
They're in my way.
Behind the enemy.
Evading missile.
Strider 1, bombs away.
Nice
Strider
kill.
1, target eliminated.
Good work. All hostile aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe. Wait.
No. The escort fighter is... The drive. They're missing the drive.
What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. Liaison escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
What the hell? We were just helping them.
Erusian aircraft, this is AWACS Lancaster. Do not engage the liaison. Break off now.
Can you hear me on this channel, Osean craft? Those escort aircraft are drones. They are currently being operated autonomously. They are not being controlled by anyone. They are flying on their own volition. What?
In that case, we have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down.
Unfortunate, I guess.
We did what we could. Weapons free. You are cleared to attack the escort.
Wilco. Understood.
Wilco.
Can't abort the MQ-99's launch. Our commands are
Missile
overridden.
away.
They must be accessing it remotely. Which unit is behind this?
Hey, it's not our fault they won't listen to reason. Why build something like that? Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses. Maybe
target's tail.
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Son of a bitch.
More drones headed this way.
No. The escort must have used its remote activation rights to gain more allies. Clever.
Enemy on your back.
I'm on my target's tail.
Strider 1, Fox 2. Chaff and flares are running low.
I'm on my target's tail.
Strider 3 launching missile.
Five bandits remaining. Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Damn it. They don't have the drive they need.
Autonomous mode is fully functional. They're incredible.
4 bandits left.
It's not enough to be really functional. There has to be a time when it should not function. But when?
What do you mean?
Enemy on your back.
They are after the data, aren't they?
Strider 3 launching missile.
Fox 2. 3 bandits to go.
Flares? Nope.
2 bandits left. Show them what you got. Target acquired.
I'm behind my target.
Ah, missed.
Attack missed.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you. Strider 1, missile launched. 1 bandit to go.
Strider 1, that's what I like to see. Another story to tell my boy.
Understood. All hostiles have been eliminated. Nice. The General's helicopter is flying safely outside Anchorhead Bay. All aircraft, RTB, mission complete.
All hostiles, huh?
Oh well. I was trying to do a post on
The Ocean aircraft is here to pick us up.
The approaching Ocean aircraft.
Losing his army? Elaborate. They stole our sealed orders. It should be a piece of cake.
Were you sent by the General Staff Office? No, we'd like you to send... No, I can't!
There are 3 scratches.
What does that mean?
The tail of that plane.
Lancaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state.
You know, to be honest, at first, I kind of thought that the main character, which is of course, we play as, I thought he shot him down, but it turns out it was just a different one, different like person that has 2 scratches on his tail.
In order to respond to the attack on the base, Cyclops has scrambled after being on standby. We'll head up too, once our planes are ready. Oh, and Labarth is dead.
What did you say?
Apparently, he was shot down by another Osean aircraft after he left the area of operations. I mean, I know it was chaos, but still. At any rate, the sealed order operation has come to a close. We have no idea about a plan for going forward.
All we can do for now is watch our own backs.
What's up with the commander?
He's staying in his room. He's still alive, since we can hear him crying.
But who's the commander, though? That's the question. To be honest, that's also what made me think that that the main character shot him down, but it wasn't. But I don't know.
The island we went to was supposed to have been secured by the ground forces. They hadn't gotten a handle on things by the time we got there, so now we were stuck in the middle of a half-assed campaign. My job was to get the planes ready for combat, making repairs and handing them over to our troop of cons. Thing is, the enemy still had the hangars. The comms were still down, so none of us knew what the hell was going on. The last transmission I heard before everything went to shit was that some prisoners from an Osean military penal unit rioted and managed to escape. They stole some jets and now they were flying around, taking out their former allies left and right. I wonder if any units like ours were out here, creeping around. Hearing the Osean jets firing at each other overhead chipped away at morale. Since the radio was out, it was quiet. I liked it better that way. All I heard was the gunfire. Here we were, walking around carrying rifles. We were pilots, damn it. Friendly fire will probably kill us. You know things are desperate when the guards that used to lock us into solitary are now telling us it's better we all stick together. I guess they think our odds of surviving this war are better that way. After walking for miles across the battlefield, we came across the wreckage of a plane. Passenger, not military. I knew that rose. It was an Erusian liaison plane. The guard's dogs smelled something and took off. They led us to a cliff. And the bodies.
Today, I lost everything. When Osea attacked our capital, my father, a man who was never really suited to being the king, was killed. I was to be flown out of the war zone to safety, but the plane was shot down by rebels. The entire crew was killed in the crash. Soldiers appeared and one shot at me. My dog went after him and shot him to pieces. He was my best friend. After all those speeches I gave about working together for peace, I thought everyone felt the same as I did. I'm sure the soldier who shot at me knew I was the Princess of Erusia. He was Erusian too. More soldiers have come. Now, there is no one left to protect me. I am so numb, I cannot move. I watch as one of their dogs approaches. It sniffs mournfully at my dead friend. I wonder if it grieves for him as much as I do. I can barely think. I feel weaker by the minute. I don't know who these soldiers are with, but I managed to take a sip of the water they gave me.
How long have you been here?
Somehow, I muster the courage to answer the woman's question. I tell her I've been there 3 days. They gather around me with grim looks on their faces. What would they do if they knew I was the Erusian princess? After searching the cockpit of the plane, the woman who spoke to me before came back to me.
This is an air-to-ground tactical radio. It still works.
I noticed she walked with a limp. She knelt down next to me and asked her companions to give me some food. And then, very softly, she said,
You see, I used to listen to your broadcasts, Your Royal Highness.
Just what did you see here?
I completely forgot. I got earned the F-35 skin as well. But yeah, that was kind of sad. That's why I like to skip cutscenes like those.